All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. So, today we're going to be talking about how we were able to make $4,500 in about 3 hours of trading today. Guys, the gains are getting crazy as we're putting more risk out there. There's a direct correlation between using more share size, aka putting more capital behind my trades, and of course the end result, red or green. That's why you guys are seeing my average red day around $1,000 and my average green day, pushing upwards to 1,500, 2K, 4K, and so forth and so forth. Using more share size, I'm more confident, and I'm really trading very comfortably, which is a good thing. But when it comes to us expanding once more, we're gonna look to get a little uncomfortable, just a little bit. We got to get to the edge of our seat and keep pushing, because even on a day like today, we could be up like 10, 15K, right, if we pushed harder. So there's work to be done, and there's a lot of dip trades that we got to also study up and review on to be better for tomorrow. So let's talk about this trading day, ladies and gentlemen. So, as usual, I found all the stocks that I traded today on the Momo Pro scanner. This is the scanning software that I use each and every day to find all the stocks that I trade. So, stocks like SYRA, CCTG, MLGO, and so forth were on the list. And, uh, you know, things are very simple. I show up, the list is already there. I see what I like from the list, and then I move forward, right? Momo Pro, the link is down below. Code Relentless for 25% off for those of you who might be interested. Other than that, let's talk a little bit about some of the patterns and setups that I was looking to trade. So stock SYRA, this one, as you guys can see here, this gray area, aka pre-market, between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. This stock ended up doing very well, and really starting off around 9 a.m. Right, from 9 to 9:30, 30-minute window. This thing went from 120 to 980. Kid you guys not. I mean, it is incredible how some of these stocks will move so aggressively, man. I mean, just insane. So along the way, I don't trade this area, but along the way, some baby pullbacks, right? Quick dip, rip, quick dip, rip, right, twice. We get more of a consolidation slash flag right here. And then over the highs of 76, it rips all the way to 980. From there, though, big washout, big washout. And I wasn't quite sure if this thing was going to be able to be, the main stock. Because when I saw it around 910 up here, I'm like, okay, can we get that high consolidation, at least hold above VWAP and continue? Well, this thing did not hold above VWAP. And you have some people that ask, hey, do you trade below VWAP? And the answer is yes, right? Depending on the market sentiment, depending on how these stocks are looking. Because, look at a stock like this, right? From 314 halting up at 441. And so, it comes down to looking for the same entries that we know and love. Okay, the 1 minute candle to make the new high here doesn't quite work out, but we got a quick consolidation and higher lows. Right here, once the 1 minute candle makes a new high 360, we go to 390. And so this is a nice push right here. And then we continue up to 41. We get halted up. We resume. We open higher, slightly higher, rip, and then it dips. And this time, coming into VWAP, it holds the level and then surges up again. So in terms of like setups and patterns, those are the type of setups and patterns I'm looking for. Higher lows, the small subtleties within the candlesticks. Hey, can we make the new high here? And can the candle close above the previous candle and continue to push? We get the halt trade, we resume, and keep going. Now, it gets up here, it starts to get a little bit more range. So we go from 570 up to 6, and then it drops all the way to 512. From 512, it rips all the way up to 639. Guys, the halt levels right now on some of these stocks are pretty wide. You guys can look this stuff up. There's a science as to whether a stock would have a tighter halt level or a wider halt level. There's a science behind it. There's let's say mathematics behind it, but I'm not sure as to why, or let's say the criteria for some stocks to be categorized within the tier 1 or the tier 2, which will determine, how tight the halt levels are. But I'm pretty sure there's articles out there for this stuff, right? But anyhows, for me personally, I don't really care too much about the fine details. All I need to know is what I'm looking at is working, right? So anyhows, we go from 639, tight flag right here. I thought we might have had a new high into this candle ripping up. Did not get that. And this is why we have to keep the stops tight. This thing came down hard. And I thought it was finished here. I looked away, and out of the blue, I look back. This thing's at 630. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then, I mentioned, okay, I needed to do better on some dips. So as well as I did, I think I could have doubled my gains on the stock if I were to capture these gray bubbles right here. The gray bubbles. Pay attention to these gray bubbles, right? So the first time we're going to come back down after the big move up, we go from 637 to 480. And again, I look away as we get this huge drop thinking the stock is done. I have to stop doing this. Now it surges back up from 480 to 625, and I missed every one of these gray bubbles. So it comes back down over here. Where is it going to hold? 480. Next time around, it comes down. It doesn't quite go to 480. We hold 520. If I miss this trade and this trade, I should not be missing the second one, because now we're just repeating history. And okay, I missed and let's put a different let's put a rectangle here, right? On these two. Let's assume I missed these two because, it's the first time it's coming down. It's tricky. The second time I should be in. This second time at 520 I should be in. And this bounced up from 520 to a high of 570, 575. So this is where I can essentially do well on the dip trades, right? The breakout trades came nice and early, but we were never able to make a new high over 639. So this is where I can improve. I have to go back and watch the film to see how I could have done a little bit better. So in terms of the patterns, right? These are the patterns I'm looking at, right? The halt trades, the halt resumption trades, the bull flag, the 1 minute candle making the new high, V-shaped red to greens, panic flushes, although I didn't do super well in the panic flushes. In terms of risk, guys, my risk is the same every day, right? In terms of what I'm looking to lose. Breakout or bailout on the high of day trades. And on the dip trades, I want to see an immediate bounce, or I'm also back out. So you can say bounce or out, or breakout or bailout, same way. And today I did not take a 5-minute setup where I'm looking to be in low and hold longer towards a support. For instance, let's say I took this trade down here and I'm saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be in the low is 480. Let's say I buy below anything below 5. Let's say I'm in at 95. And I say, hey, you know what? 480 was the low. I'm going to be in this trade here at 95. And if it drops below 80, let's say down to 70, then I'll stop out, right? In that case, my risk would be 25 cents. And I'd be looking to hold for longer for a move back up over a few minutes, in which case we got back to 6. Now, you never know how far you're going to go, but at worst case scenario, if I'm going to risk 25 cents, I want to make at least 50 cents or more, right? That way I can have a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and that helps me out when it comes to being profitable, right? Guys, profitability comes down to a lot of things, right? If you're making it with my accuracy is 50%, right? If I have a 2-to-1 ratio or higher, right? If I can make 10 cents for every 5 cents I lose, then I'll have to lose twice to be at 0, right? Just think about that. If I win on one trade, 10 cents, and I lose on the next trade, 5 cents, I'm still green 5 cents despite having a 50% accuracy, right? So if the profit loss ratio is high, I'm risking 25 cents to maybe make $1 a share, then there's a 4-to-1, right? 25 times 4 gets you to the whole number. So there'd be a 4-to-1 ratio. I'm not great at math, but this is like basic math, right? So we can work with it. But yeah, I didn't hold longer today in one of those types of trades. So all my trades today have been in and out quickly. If it's not working, I'm out. If it's not working, I'm out. Breakout or bailout, bounce immediately or I'm out. Right? That's been my risk today. Um, and for those of you watching the live streams, a lot of times you guys will see me out immediately, and sometimes the stocks will even keep going. But that's okay. You know, for the key areas that I like for the setups, we need to be going immediately. But anyhow, from there we faded out, and it was a little disappointing after that. You know, later into the day, it's gonna try again, but I'm not really here for this move up, so I missed the bulk of this, and it looks like it was choppy anyways. And then later I come back, and I'm also pretty late again. I missed from here. I can put on the show trades. I missed most of this. I think I caught the last like area here, maybe. It's not even showing. Well, it's not even showing, whatever. But I caught the last like area for break of 8 right here. As the 1 minute candle made the new high, I made $700 between here and here, and then I gave back 5 on this way down. I didn't get caught in this entire move because again, if it's not going immediately, I want to be back out. But I'm in, and it does a drop like this, right? It does a drop like this, and I'm like, crap. So I sell immediately, like right here, cut it right there. Cut it right there. It pauses for a little bit, and then it keeps going. So if I can keep the stops tight, and I had smaller size too, you know, I can avoid a lot of the losses. Because if I'm holding this entire thing down, then I'm probably losing way over 1K, which is like way too much. And sometimes this does happen. Sometimes a stock like this can just almost teleport down like that, but it's more rare. And if we're managing risk, you know, usually we can avoid the losses by not being too aggressive. Like right now, look at this. Look at the pattern here. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And exactly, this is exactly what can happen if you ignore what's going on, right? Lower highs right here too. Lower highs, and then a bigger collapse. Bigger red candle, lower highs, lower highs. Like, why am I still trying to buy this aggressively? If I'm buying this aggressively, I'm asking for this loss. What is the subtlety within the candlestick? Understanding we're seeing lower highs. Don't just get, you know, tunnel vision, hey, this thing is flagging sideways. Are we seeing ascending support or descending resistance here? So it's a lot of descending resistance under the bigger context when we zoom out. This thing has flushed and, you know, flushed out once, right? And this time we had a ascending support here, right? And flushed out and then flushed out. So we got to be careful and know when to ease off. Some people are going to buy the dip here. It's going to bounce up nicely. This is a trade I can sometimes look for, but it's very difficult to capture. But usually after you drop a ball from a very high spot, it's going to give a bounce. Not always in this case for the stock market, because we've seen stocks like this. You think there's a bounce coming. Guess again. The stock goes like this. And then there's a bounce all the way down here. And it's like, are you kidding me? You lost your entire account. Because you gotta cut the losses. That was SYRA. We had a quick trade on HOLO, which, geez, I'm missing right now. Man. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I might take a few trades. How's the... Is it halted up? Okay, alright, alright. Let's start with small size though, because of course, in classic fashion, man. I don't want to risk too much, so I'm gonna go max size 700, which is kind of a lot. If I lose a lot of money, I'm gonna be very disappointed here, but I accept the risk. We've gotten halted at 41, so at 46 and 37 seconds. But anyhow, quickly, before the resumption, I made money on one of these red candles I think it was right here. We opened up, we dipped a little bit, then we bounced, and then it sold off. I missed these two areas down here, which wasn't good. This could have been good entries. But, freaking heck, man. You can't look away for a minute. Beautiful there. We held up the VWAP. 1 minute candle will make a new high over 25.45, 26, 26.38, and then break out to 28. Sometimes it's worth watching the entire day and not moving. If you want to really squeeze and just squeeze the market like a lime, like an orange. I got to be careful here though. Not trying to lose a ton. Maybe I'm pushing it a little bit, but you know, we'll try. We're halted up at 28.30, 28.83. 300 shares. Couple minutes to go. Hopefully we're adding something here and not losing. But in the event it's a loss, we accept the risk. We understand the territory here. It's part of the deal. It's funny because I did X out the Discord before starting this recap. I'm like, hey, I'm done. But this is opportunity, and I don't walk away from opportunity, especially when I can utilize small share size. If not, if it doesn't resume, it might not resume till the close. If that's the case, I'm not trading it. Not trading in after hours on this thing. Definitely not this stock. It's too tricky. So 28.83, and we got a couple of minutes here, less than a minute really, or a minute and some change. $28.83. It's showing sideways, maybe a little higher. Hopefully there's a nice entry. $46.37, so there's about 37 seconds or so. 37 seconds. What will it be? A sweet winning trade or a red trade? Well, only time can tell, and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out, brother. 28.33. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. 28.83. 5, 4, 3. Here we go. Not bad. Oh. Oh my god, there's a bid. Damn. I might not capture any of this. Can we dip to that bid though? Yeah, I'm not going to capture anything. My goodness. It's a little tricky, but it also wasn't bad. But the moment that I took the first trade, nothing happened with the volume. So I'm like, I thought I was early. I thought I was early, so I sold, and then it started to react. So big drop there, 32.50. It's kind of risky. Can we see a more of a drop? I honestly, this dip could be good, but I think I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna ease off. I would have been long right here. I'm gonna ease off. I'm gonna ease off because it's too close to the close. I don't need to be caught in a halt down. Um, well, we're flat. We're flat on that. I could have showed the level two, but you know, it's all good. We'll be back tomorrow. So yeah, we made some small gains on this one. We did start a day down 700. But all in all, pretty decent stuff. What am I forgetting to mention? Oh yeah, check out the links down below, right? If you're interested in the chat room, right? That's where it goes down, and as well as the course link, right? For those of you who are looking to get involved in the classes, who want the mentorships, who want the access to the chat room, and of course the archives, right? The classes goes from zero to advanced. So no matter where you are, there can be something to assist you in your journey. You know, we can't guarantee success because you can't guarantee success in anything in life. Life is risky. Trading is risky as well. So we got to be careful. We got to take it slow. You know, use the other traders who are doing well as encouragement, as inspiration. And you know, let's keep growing. Let's keep building. It's us versus us. And you know, over time we can improve. This is why you need to shut down the charts. Let me X out of here, man. I'm gonna keep going. All right, I'm out of here. That's it. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Stay safe, stay green.